booth. Executor is poised and ready to give his expert thoughts. So, Jürgen, what are you thinking ahead of this one?
Well, I'm just looking forward to watching some good Counter-Strike between two teams that I know has a long history against each other. I mean, they're both among the best in the world. So it's going to be a great game to cast, and I just hope to see some amazing game from both of them. And here you are, back again.
Back again, you can't get rid of me. Now, I have to say, I couldn't hear what you just said on the other side of the stage. It's a long way. But I'm going to assume you said something really nice and positive about how big this game is going to be.
Of course.
Even though I'm currently watching Virtus Pro versus XLVet on this match. So let's quickly find ourselves a different server. Now, I want to talk to you about the impact of the grand final in Montreal, of course. It was a game in which both of these two teams went off, showed up what they had to offer, and fnatic came out on top. Is this going to be an important message for SK to send out?
Yeah, well, I mean, it was Inferno twice, and I think SK is thinking like, okay, they beat us on one map twice, but let's just show them now that we are the better team here on Nuke. I mean, when you're playing SK and fnatic, they're playing against each other. It's as much as with the maps than it's about the players, because they're about the same skill and they have the team play. Both teams have great team play and great tactics. So sometimes, the map can make a difference. And right now it's Nuke, and I haven't seen SK versus fnatic on Nuke, so I'm just looking forward to see who will be on top on this map.
Well, we certainly have ourselves a thriller in front of us. Now I'm going to ask you, I mean, if you know some of the fnatic guys in particular for quite well, and you've been in this type of a situation where it really is top team against top team, how do you make a difference? Is it simply a fact of, if Chelsea are playing Manchester United, it's easy to fire yourself up for it? Is it, regardless of the fact it's in the group stage, is it easy for these guys to just get straight into it?
Yeah, because these guys, I mean, as I said earlier, I mean, there's also pride there. It's not only just money and fame and whatever, but it's your confidence, your pride to your team, to your own abilities. And these are two Swedish teams battling on for a top spot in Sweden. And that's as much to play for as anything else, I think, for these teams. It's not about the money right now. It's about showing who is the best team in Sweden. And I mean, both teams will come here and they want this win so bad, both of them.
Now, throughout the day, we've been giving the local crowd a little bit of a CS lesson rundown to sort of educate you if you don't know what Counter-Strike is all about. We'll bring you back to 101 just for a quick reminder that Counter-Strike is a 5 versus 5 shooting game where for every kill, for every bomb that you plant, you're rewarded with cash. More cash means bigger and better weapons, and hence it's slightly easier to do your job. And then each round is won by either planting a bomb or killing all of your opponents, and the first to 16 will take the victory. You're now witnessing the knife round, which is a glorified coin toss, and then we'll get on to the pistol. We're playing Nuke. Nuke, a map that when we watched it over the past couple of days, hasn't perhaps been played the way we're expecting to see it in this one.
No, I mean, I'm expecting the nice 1 or 2 there by Ints, but I'm expecting this to be a bit different. I mean, yes, I think you will see much better CT play here, defending, but I also think you will see a lot better attack style. So let's say even if they can't keep the upper, as I said before, I was criticizing the Arabian teams about they weren't able to hold the upper bomb site. I don't think that this means that these teams will have an easier time keeping the upper bomb sites just because the attacking team will do so many more stronger attacks at the upper bomb site. So it's not like they're going to be a lot more better defense. It's going to be a lot more attacks as well. So I'm really just looking forward to see some real Counter-Strike.
So we are live and away on the pistol round, and it is fnatic and SK, a game that needs no introduction, but you just got one. Here we go, pistol round afoot. We are in a position where the guys, there's a 99.9% chance that they can't hear us, but we won't give away things just in case. As Alan comes up with 1-2 frags, Archie's got himself one back for fnatic, now making their way through. Wally's came to the frag onto DSN. Khan with a headshot says goodnight to Zet, and SK are left up with 3 players alive with fnatic's 2. So grenade will now rattle around the corner down to that bottom site. Bomb planted. Archie fires off a shot down towards the stairs and towards the ramp room as now Temple claims himself a headshot onto Khan, leaving Archie with all the work to do. And SK look like they're going to claim this one. Archie's got 3 points of health. That's one for all of the opponents he's got to find. He's got the first. Temple down with a headshot. Now looking for the second. Archie can't quite land that one in the ramp room, but now Alan should be able to come in and finish off the job. And SK pick up the pistol round.
That was an impossible situation for Archer. I mean, getting that first headshot was just a bonus because 3 HP against 3 SK players, you won't get away with that no matter how good you are.
So SK picked this one up and to continue the audience's introduction into Counter-Strike. Having won that round, they can now buy weapons that their opponents cannot because they've got more money as a result. For those of you online who are wondering why I'm stating the obvious, well, we're sharing the love. Robin comes up with a frag onto Archie there as SK look to make the most of this buy round for them. As Alan flashes out that vent. fnatic will dart back around looking to close out SK before they can make their entrance. DSN spies too, and they shut him down very quickly. Tentpole in with the frag. Now it's Tentpole looking for a second. He gets it. Alan claims another one, and Forrest is down this time, and SK have themselves just one more to find. It's Inns who does get himself one before Wally claims the last frag, and SK finish off their second round. They lead by 2.
And they will probably get one more round, and then after that we'll see both teams having all the weapons they need for a round win, and as you be very excited to see if fnatic can turn this around.
fnatic will bid to do that on this round, see what they can muster on this, do any damage to their opponent. As SK are going to find the first frag. It's Archie that goes down, and fnatic fall victim to Wali's HE. Khan has hit the deck, and now Forrest comes up with a frag. Zet down. fnatic will look to see if they can do anything about his weapon, but none of them have full HP. None of them have, well, weapons. They're in a sticky situation here. And SK just look to find the picks, find the frags, and finish the job. On board with DSN, who did get himself a weapon. From that one frag that they pulled off. Here is DSN, eyeing, waiting for the opportunity, but gets spotted, and Alan finds the frag. Forrest gets back and drops him, but Wally is in at the double for SK. fnatic have lost 2, and sorry, SK lost 2 players on that round, but they did pick it up and close out that pistol round to a 3-round lead.
Yeah, now you got to see the difference between the semi-good teams and the good teams are out. They're gonna. Let's see if SK are their good spawn. Maybe they will hit upper fast, and let's see how fnatic will play this. If they're going to play defensive, or they're going to try to get into the site. I mean, there's 2 different ways of doing it, but there's always a plan behind it. You see how the CTs, they want to get into that B1 site, you know.
Shots firing on in here as SK flurry in towards that site. Lovely work from Tentpole, lands himself 2 AK headshot frags. Archie and Forrest the victims. Inns is down as well as the bomb goes in, and fnatic find themselves in trouble. Khan retreats, as does DSN, getting himself a frag in the process onto Alan. Has now a ramp room to defend, but a bomb that's going to blow, and SK are going to pick up round number 4 here. fnatic will get away with 2 weapons in theory, and well, a very good start from SK. They got a very clean entry into that site.
Yeah, I mean, even when fnatic had 3 peoples in B1, they couldn't hold it. I mean, so either it was just they got flashed so bad, or just SK that outshot them. But I'm surprised to see how easily SK could get into that upper bomb side with no return. I mean, it was 3-0 in kills. And that should never happen in any game, and especially when it's Fnatic you're talking about defending B1.
Tentpole has started this match very, very well, dishing out headshots a dime a dozen.
Yeah, well, you can tell that, but I mean, I bet a lot of his frags were when Fnatic was doing eco. So eco frags, I don't know, it's frags, but it just looks nice on the scoreboard, kind of.
You never got those frags. You only got the hard ones, right?
Yeah, I got only the weapon frags.
Zek gets himself one, and Fnatic are down a man already. Make that two as Zek chimes in with his second, and Forrest is out for the count. DSN answers up for Fnatic with one. However, Wally is going to avenge that one, and SK begin to rally the troops and close this one in for 5 here. 5 rounds here, Nuke Tayside is already a fantastic start.
Oh, wow. I mean, when you're playing, when there are good teams playing, I mean, or any game actually on Nuke, if you get a good start as a team, you can easily get away with getting 5, 6, 7, 8 rounds in a row. I've been once leading 11-4 as terrorist on Nuke and still lost the game. So it can happen, you know. It's not unheard of that the terrorists do well there. But the point here is that if CT gets a good start, very often you will see a one-sided result. But if a T gets a good start, you will see that the terrorists can get it. So this map is a lot about momentum, I think. I mean, remember playing with Anyway, we played I in the CPL, and we had a lot of momentum, and then we lost the momentum because we did a flash bug, and then we just lost the whole game. So Nuke is all about momentum, but you just get that first 5, 6 rounds going, and you can just run over your opponents, because this map is so fast-paced. It can be played so fast, and if first it starts going bad, you gotta do a timer to something to turn it around, I think.
Let's see what Fnatic can do to turn it around. Zet with an AK headshot. He'll deal himself another one. Say goodnight to Archie and Inns. Forrest does finally silence Zet, but he's done his job. Robin gets the AK frag, and Khan is out. Robin at the double for SK, and now it is DSN or bust for Fnatic, as they now have a real tall order. DSN has been sighted. Bomb has been planted. Fnatic are in trouble. DSN gets himself one. Now claims the second. Robin down and out. But he's not going to go for the defuse. He's just sitting tight for the exit frags, and he'll get 3 of them. Wally stops him at the last, but job done, and he makes it a bit more expensive for SK.
Yeah, I mean, but right now I don't think SK cares so much about how many guns they lose, because they are in really good shape. Wally is 8-0. That guy, he has 16k right now, so he can buy guns for the whole team all day long. So it's not about the money anymore for SK. It's about killing the CTs every round, all 5. So they have to do echo rounds or have little money next round.
On board with Wally, the man who knows how to die right now. Here comes the push from SK. Wally flashed out. Robin finds one. Forrest down and out. Fnatic now dart forward with Wally. Finds one right above him. It's Archie that's got it. There comes Inns at the double as Archie claims his second frag. Zet, Tentpole do answer back up, but Fnatic find themselves a man down. Khan looking to put one in the buttocks of Robin, and Tentpole will close out the round. Fnatic are on the board. It's 6-1.
Yeah, and then you really needed this round, Fnatic. I mean, seriously, but let's see. They got 3 people down this round, so they're still in a really bad situation if they don't win this round. This is what's important about Counter-Strike defending. It is very expensive to beat a defender on any map, because the Colt is more expensive than the AK. So they need to win 2 rounds in a row to really get into the game again. If you just win 1 round and lose another, it's actually catastrophic for the defending team.
Tentpole delivers another one of those AK headshots right onto the nose of Archie, and now Wally's got himself one as well. Forrest has on to back up, and SK have dropped just 1 man. Bomb planted. SK have at least pretty good control of that top site, but they're concerned for where Fnatic are coming from. Khan and his FAMAS are making entry along the back, but Robin gets himself one. Tentpole claims the life of Khan. And now SK are homing in on DSN. He's the last man. He gets one, he gets two. Lovely stuff from DSN, but it could all be in vain as Zet and Robin will exit the site, take the round with the bomb ticking away, and DSN will claim himself another one. DSN, the exit frag king.
Well, DSN have gotten a lot of frags, exit frags. I mean, just people running against him. It's not saying that DNS isn't hitting every shot. He's hitting the shots, but he's not getting the important frags, you know. He's just getting the exit kills, and even though it makes SK more expensive for SK, it doesn't help his team getting those rounds, and they all still have the eco, so this is the round he needs to get the frags. This is the round he can win the round for them. So it's going to be curious to look at DSN now.
Let's find it.
He's the only one on the team with a gun, you know. So yesterday we could see a lot of clutch play with the Arabic teams when one guy had it called. Maybe we'll see it now as well.
Wally picks off Forest. Archie's got himself a headshot onto Robin. 4 on 4. DSN sits, poised. With Int coming up with one before going down to Wally. DSN needs to find these next three, and they drop down right on top of him. Ooh, a dig deliver onto Zet, but Wally picked them off. And now SK have got two Fnatic players quickly trying to get back into this game if they can. As SK are going to charge on down, and Temple's about to see one come right in front of him, finds him, and Wally gets the other, and SK pick up the round. It is 8-1, and SK are like a house on fire right now.
They're looking really good now. They're playing solid Counter-Strike right now. I mean, it reminds me when I look at SK on train. They have this really strong B1 split where they flash a lot, the yellow hot coming there, and it's the same on train. They have a really good inner strat, and they're running with that. You know, they have a good tactic, and they're using it for all what it's worth. And I like this. I like this gameplay of SK. They've really been practicing the grenades. They've been practicing how they're going to do their attacks, and it's really paying off for them.
Now, interestingly enough, Wally was saying before the match, this was the map they vetoed over in Montreal. You wouldn't know it looking at this scoreboard right now. Shots rattling through the wall as Fnatic avoid SK's onslaught, but Forest has taken some damage. The grenades fly on through in the tin can. 1, 2, 3, and the flash. Forest may well be about to see some action here. Wally and Tentpole have got themselves frags each. Inns has got himself one back. SK have quickly darted down. Forest has been drowned. Inns has got himself one, but is out now, and the last man standing for Fnatic is not standing anymore. And that is going to be another round. SK 9-1. What is the best Fnatic can hope for on the scoreboard right now?
Well, I mean, they have to do an eco again now. And this is what is so bad about, as I said on this map, is that if they start going bad for the CT, it can get really catastrophic, because they won this one round, and that was huge. But when they then lose the second round, they have to do eco every other round if they keep losing. And that's what's happening right now. 10-5. I mean, if they get 5 rounds in CT, they should be happy considering how it's going right now. So they really need all the rounds after this if they're going to be in this.
SK with Allen mopping up the final three. A lovely little hat-trick there. Fnatic in trouble. And you know, this is a time when a leader can really make a name for himself, where someone can grab his teammates by the scruff of the neck and say, look, guys.
Maybe this is a time where, like, a good team, they need that sixth player or coach. They can tell them, come on, guys, let's do something different, or give them an input about what's going wrong with their defense, because clearly something is going very wrong, and they need to figure it out, and that really fast.
Grenades rallying through. DSN will watch in as SK make their way in towards that top site. Temple gets himself one, Robin in with another. Forest has dropped Wally, and now that leaves SK in the bomb going in a different direction, as Forest has got himself a frag onto Tentpole, the former Fnatic man. And now it will be bomb planted. Fnatic quickly have to change their tune if they want to pick up this round. Inns has got himself one, Khan in at the double. There's just one SK man left standing. It's Robin or bust. And Forest gets the frag, and MS and Fnatic pick up the round.
This is another key factor, I think, in the Fnatic team, is that some of their star players, you can call it, like Forrest, who is considered to be one of the best players in the world and probably the most famed player in Fnatic, gets up the frags. Here in this round he got 3 frags, and that is the first round that he has done any kind of impact on. And I think Fnatic needs that Forrest can do something, do some damage now in the following rounds.
3 rounds left in this one. SK lead by 10 rounds to 2, going up to half-time. Zet gets himself a delightful little frag onto Forrest. Khan is back at him, and SK have started this one. They mean business. Archie comes in with an M4 headshot as Alan gets himself one back, though, and Archie is down and out. Fnatic have just 2 men left standing. Make that one, ends out, and now it is DSN again, last man standing. And again, going to be the exit frag specialist as he comes up with 1. May get himself another. No. Robin ticks him off, and that's 11-2.
Yeah, now Fnatic will have no money the rest of the game. This is what's so sad about the money system, kind of. If a team goes bad and they cannot get 2 rounds in a row, they're so in a bad shape for the whole game. And now they have to save, and even the last round they won't have enough money to buy properly. And the Fnatic guys know this, so it's going to be really tough for them.
Zet comes up with an HE frag onto Forrest, and another one. Haynes is out for the count. Tempole chimes in with one of his own, and SK begin to stretch their muscles once more, and Fnatic are without a hope at the moment. And that will be Alan to pick up 1, and SK to go 12 rounds to 2 up. This leaves us in a position where SK could effectively get into a place where they could win on the pistol round conversion.
Yeah, and as we mentioned before, if you don't get those 5 rounds on any side, you're so dependent on winning a pistol round in the second half. And Fnatic needs that pistol round, or this game can end very fast.
Khan's got himself 1. Robin is in as Wally gets back on the board. 4 on 4. Grenade flurry on in once more, as now it will be SK. Just seem to have Fnatic's number right now. There's DSN getting one back on. Perhaps Archie can get him that one. He does. Wally's down. Fnatic coming alive once more as SK lose Zet. And that leaves just Tempole. 1 on 4. He claims the first one. Claims the bomb as well. And now perhaps for SK. Good half's already been called. Yeah, SK look like they're going to finish off this one for Tempole as soon as they can find him, or as soon as Tempole decides to make a move. He has found a spot in the radio room and decided he likes it. Now we'll get himself a lovely frag onto Archie there. Clock starting to tick for Tempole, though. If he wants to do something, he knows that someone's got eyes on him on the ramp room. He doesn't know that DSN's not got much health. He could pull this off, but he's only got 20 seconds in which to do it. Twitter's around the corner now. Finds DSN. Has to go for the plant if he wants to win it. In fact, that was Inns that he found. He drops DSN, but Inns picks him off, and almost lovely stuff there from Tempole. SK go into the half leading 12 rounds to 3.
It was a nice try by Tempole. I mean, you can see that he's hitting his shots, and his reaction time is excellent. But he just got caught in a good crossfire there by Fnatic, reading him perfectly, knowing that he didn't have time to go anywhere else but the upper, and just squished him.
Most certainly. I believe our man with the mic, that is Joe, is going to try and get a halftime interview. But I mean, right now, perhaps a dramatic question for you, but is this game over for Fnatic?
No, not really. I mean, as we said earlier, I mean, this map can get really ugly for the losing team. And so if Fnatic wins pistol round and get that important 4th round as well, I mean, suddenly then SK will be just in the same bad situation as Fnatic was. So this Fnatic knows this, so they know that the game is not over, but they know also that they really need to get this pistol round.
Well, to put the questions to Wally, it's Joe.
Thanks, Tosspot. So yeah, I'm here with Wally. Of course, fantastic half, really. You started on the terrorist side. You've got to be completely happy with that.
Yeah, we are for sure. We should have had the last round too, though.
I mean, that was a valiant effort there by Tentpole in the end. Almost had it, in fact. I mean, what happens now? Of course, that pistol round, it could all be over if you win that.
Yeah, it could be, but you can never take it for granted either, because we just had a 12-3 lead first half, and they can do it too. It's all about having the economy on your side and winning the gun round, so I hope that we win the pistol round now.
Well, good luck. Anyway, I'll let you get on because I know both teams are ready. So we are going to go back then to Tosspot and Executor. 12-3 at half-time to SK, of course. Can fnatic pull it back?
Well, Wally, very much echoing your words there, talking about picking up that pistol, and then, you know, or the reverse that could happen, lose the pistol, lose the gun round, and suddenly for fnatic it's game on. But, you know, at least from SK's perspective, there was some happy fragging from the likes of Tentpole and Alan and Wally. Couldn't be said so much for the big man of fnatic.
No, but I mean, this is the thing about Counter-Strike is that when a team is doing well, I mean, then you have a lot of say rounds you got to face against, and then you can pick up a lot of frags. And if you are on fire, right, then your score can get so huge just right there by killing people that have USP and Glocks and whatever. So, I mean, you shouldn't put so much into individual score, but the team score looks really nice for SK. I mean, they look very comfortable. They know they have a good lead, but they also know the danger of having such a good lead. And when it first goes bad, it can really turn really fast.
Well, we've said it before, we'll say it again. This pistol round is absolutely crucial. fnatic's hopes rest on this. Can they dig it out? We are away and we are live with fnatic and SK here in the second half. SK lead by 12 rounds to 3 if you're just joining us here on the main stage. fnatic are sat, poised for SK. I mean, quickly, talk us through the idea of a slow round like this from fnatic's offensive position.
They're just trying to look around a bit, checking out if there's some SK players pushed up, trying to avoid getting naded. It's very, very important on nuke because it's so easy to get naded as T because of small areas. And look, trying to picking off people with their USPs. So you see they're going outside with their USPs because they know that if they go inside and get one nade at them, they have no armor and they will lose a lot of HP. And the USPs are better at range. So they're trying to just pick off some players, and it's working really good for them.
Certainly is. 2 men down for SK. Robin's got himself 1 on the board. Tentpole says hello with a frag onto DSN and SK. Level up at 3-3. All of those 3 are holding each other's hands almost as the grenades come flying in. There's Archie with a double grenade, and he may just have pulled fnatic right back into this match as Zet is the last man standing against 3 fnatic players. The bomb has been planted as well, and he knows now it is do or die. A lovely headshot though from him, pixel perfect onto Khan. He now has Archie and Inns to deal with, and he is about to be the meat in a fnatic sandwich who come charging down. Don't frag him, run away, pull him away from the site, and Zet will be finally put out of his misery by Archie there. But that was interesting baiting.
That was a really good round. I mean, the strategy is the idea is that the guys outside will create a diversion so the 3 guys inside will get to the ramp and get the bomb down. And it worked perfectly because they got 2 entry frags, and then that tactic will almost never fail. And the 2 HE kills was well also very huge. But I mean, the 2 USP guys did the whole round that round.
So 1 on the board, 12 for the overall score, but perhaps the beginning of something special. As Archie gets an AK frag onto Wally. Robin has been picked off by DSN. Forrest comes back onto Alan. Now it's Zet with a kill on Inns, and that means that it was just Zet alive, in fact, and that is SK down and out for that round. And now the job for fnatic, although big, has started well.
Yeah, I mean, get these two eco rounds without losing too many people, and then winning that 4th round, and suddenly the terrorists have so much money that they can buy for the rest of the game almost, while the CTs will struggle the whole game if they don't get consecutive wins. And that is pretty hard on Nuke when the terrorists have weapons all the time.
Archie picks up the frag onto Zet. SK set themselves up, get shut down. Wally does get himself one, but the Galil of Khan dispatches of one, and Inns has picked up the other one as well. So Fnatic claim their pistol conversion. It sets the board up at 12 rounds to 5, and it means that this round for SK is oh so important. First buy round for SK in this second half. We'll wait and see what they have to offer. And Wally offers an AWP shot right between the eyes of Inns. SK open this one up, and Wally has caused some concern as he's got Robin out there to help him as well, which I don't think Fnatic are aware of. They know the AWP's chimed in with one. They know where he is as they need him out, but Robin perhaps is the surprise man in that little party. As Fnatic still occupied by the AWP, if I can get across to him. There he is, it's Wally. Waiting on someone to come his way. And he finds the second shot before Forrest comes in. Now Robin is going to have to be in top notch as he sits still waiting. I think Fnatic believe he's not there.
But it was very important that Wally got that second kill. I mean, getting one by AVP is very often not enough. I mean, getting two is there's such a huge difference, because now it's 4 versus 3 instead of 4 versus 4. And on Nuke, when it's 4 versus 4, it's actually advantage terrorists.
Robin escaped that only to find Fnatic waiting for him at the ramp room. Their assault will be perhaps short-lived as they now make their way through. Zet comes in with an M4 frag. That's Forrest that goes down. Khan in, avenges as Zet hits the deck. Allen comes back with one as Archie claims a frag, and we go tit for tat as Fnatic and SK bat out this crucial round. And now Allen will find a frag, a lovely little shot onto Archie, and SK pick it up.
Yeah, this was the round that Fnatic needed to win last time, and now SK won. And this can be the difference between these two teams. That SK picked up the 4th round at CT while Fnatic didn't.
Score sits at SK 13, Fnatic 5. Remember, this is group play, so all rounds will be played out, but we'll switch over to another match when this one has seen its match conclusion, at least, rather than the 30-round conclusion. That match next will be MIM versus ATS, but right now, more important matters at hand with Fnatic firing off shot after shot. Zet down. Archie's got himself a frag onto Wally. SK begin to fall here as Fnatic get themselves another one. It's Allen that's gone down, this time at the hands of Forrest. Archie with a crucial frag onto Robin. That leaves SK with, what, just one man up? That's Tempole, who takes his second frag, and Inns goes down. Bomb planted. Tempole wondering where the fire is flurrying in from. Spies himself the red jersey, and now looking for one of 2 Fnatic players that have got his number, and it's the third, that's Khan from the ramp room, that finishes him off.
And as I mentioned before in the first half, they are relying. Fnatic needs Forrest to get going, and this round you could see how important Forrest is to the team. He went alone ramp room and cleared the whole ramp. He got 2 kills, 2 huge entry kills, and that just opened up the whole round for Fnatic. And that is, there's no tactic behind it. It's just Forrest being that good.
I'm sure I'll be glad to hear you say it. As the grenades flurry on through. Can't take some team damage there, but Inns has got himself 2 big frags. Robin and Zet down, his former NIP buddies. Wally, Tempole coming on through. It's a knife frag from Tempole, but Khan and Forrest have answered back up. Allen did get a frag in there for SK, and he is the last line of defense. The bomb goes down. Allen just caught a pixel of his opponent there as he darted back through the door. It is Alan perhaps to just save his weapon on this one. Khan may not like that idea. And he doesn't. Fnatic pick up another round. They've got 5 on this second half. It brings them up to 7 in total. The score is 13-7. The game perhaps afoot.
Yeah, I think SK is thinking of not buying this one. Just do a double eco, be safe, and then really get, when they want to win a round, they're going to have all the means necessary to win it. And that means full nades, Colt, AVPs, whatever it takes. I think that's smart for SK since they have so many rounds to go on.
Most certainly, as Alan will push through. There's Zek coming in with a frag that comes up onto Forest, and SK start well. Nade launched across. It's going to be SK sit lying in wait in the rooftop here. And now Fnatic will just quite happy to sit and wait, see if they can pick one off. No need to rush in. They know that they've lost a man. That was Forest. But what they perhaps don't know is that SK are huddled together. Wally thinks perhaps it's going the other way. Now makes his way in toward that site. SK, well, Zet just gets mauled by 3 Fnatic players there, lining up on him. Fnatic tie it back at 4-on-4. That was Zet down. That means that Fnatic should be able to push this one through the ramp run. They're waiting on what was Wally, who was down there, but now has changed his tune and is going elsewhere. SK with Wally, lovely frag on 2 ends. That will delay proceedings once more as SK are being stubborn on this save round. Alan's got himself a frag as well, and so does Tempo, and Fnatic are falling, and SK have picked up a huge round there.
Yeah, I mean that could have cost Fnatic the whole game, actually. I mean, instead of 6-1, it's 5-2, and since SK did such a great half, they're 14 hours now, and I mean, it was just horrible by Fnatic. I don't know what they were thinking there. I mean, not securing the bomb spot before planting with so much time left, knowing that every player on SK was saving. It's, I don't know, sloppy play.
Robin opens up the fragging with Forest down. This could take us to match point as Inns avenges Robin down, as is Alan. And Fnatic turn it on with Khan picking up a frag onto Zet. And now SK are short on numbers. Wally's got himself a grenade frag that's picked off Inns. Archie, though, is having none of it. Tentpole begins to find himself on his own. Nuke can be a lonely place when you're on your own. As Fnatic have Scarpered. Still a minute left on the clock. Bomb goes down. Tentpole knows where, but with Archie and Khan somewhat sporadically placed, Tentpole is going to decide to save out this one.
Yeah, well, you have to think about it. SK did double eco, won this second eco, so they have a lot of money. Tentpole saving here just means that they have even more money, and then they have more rounds to get that round they need to get at least draw. And so SK is in terrific shape compared to what Fnatic was in the same situation when they were CT. They had never money, and they could almost never buy fully.
And for SK, they're reaping the rewards of that first half score. They're really in a glorious position. Now let's see what they have to offer here. Wally comes in with an AWP frag. It's Inns that's gone down. SK signal their intentions. Forest will fire off a shot, decide to back away. Forest, the man that Executor pointed out, has to perform here for Fnatic. He's currently out of position. Well, out of the action, more like. Dances his way around with his teammates. Now will fire off a few shots. Stacks up one onto the boxes there. Here we go, Wally opens up with a lovely DS frag onto Khan. With that AWP, and fnatic reduced down in numbers once more. It's 2 down for fnatic. Make that 3. Wally's got them all. Zet comes in with another one, and Wally finishes it off with the 4th. Fantastic work from Wally once more. fnatic lose that round. We're up to 15. It's match point SK.
Yeah, well, this is what I mean about SK's ops. I mean, you see how Wally, it's not only long range, but short range. They're so fast with that op. And on a map like Nuke, if he can use an op this good on Nuke, imagine what he does on Train. And then you have Robin as well, doing the same things. And that's what's so good with SK, is that they have those 2 oppers that can just hold an area for themselves.
Robin comes in, finds himself 2 frags. SK's road to victory is getting shorter and shorter here. fnatic have troubled them for just 5 rounds. Archie comes in with 1. Zet's got himself another frag, and SK have just Khan and Archie to find now. 2 fnatic mainstays fall down as Timpole gets himself 1, and Allen gets himself the winning frag. SK pick up what is a fantastic win here. They really signaled their intent. The good games are out. They'll play out the remaining rounds, but the reality is SK were an absolute monster that fnatic couldn't tame.
Yeah, 16-9, and even then letting fnatic getting a Deagle round and stuff. But I mean, okay, SK got an eco as well, but this game, as fnatic was, now SK was that much better. 69 is the true, reflects the difference between the teams, actually, and that is something fnatic can't live with, I think. They need to get closer in the scores and beat them.
And Zet has just got himself 4 frags on the following round. Fantastic work. But, I mean, from this point on, SK, they've got a morale-boosting victory, having lost Montreal to fnatic. It's interesting, though, at least in my opinion, that a best-of-1 situation can, in map scores, can really deliver numerous different results. You know, at ESWC, you get best-of-3, and you get what I would call a true winner. I think in gaming, you really need to be playing best-of-3, because best-of-1, you can see, double Inferno, fnatic take out SK. Here on Nuke, fnatic are not quite at the races.
Yeah, of course, best-of-3 will maybe be the most fair decision, most fair way to decide who is the better team. But you have to think about the time as well, time issue. Playing 3 maps will take 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours. And I mean, sometimes I think that the way ESL is doing now with removing map siege, and then you get a map that both teams are comfortable with, is also a fair way of doing it. And then it's all about, that's also tactics, deciding what map you want to play. I was talking with the fnatic guys, and they said they wanted to play a certain map, and now they're playing Nuke. I mean, it's all a part of the game. It's a mind game as well, and so I don't think that this is just, you can't say, oh, it was Nuke, so that's, but fnatic is still better than SK.
That wasn't exactly my point. However, one map has delivered a result so contrasting to a result that we saw at the weekend.
Yeah, well, but I mean, when you can discard maps on your own and there's only 1 map left, then you can control it yourself. I would agree if suddenly you're in a single elimination system and you're decided to play Fire and one of the teams haven't practiced Fire and then he gets knocked out. Then I can say this as a sound argument. But these teams come into this tournament knowing the rules, knowing what maps they need to practice, and then there's no excuse if they lose just 1 map. Then the other team is just better than them.
No excuses. Those are the words of Executor. We have ourselves, I think we're going to a video break in just a moment as well. So we'll be right back. I think we're going to be bringing you another match in about after the video. It'll just be the conclusion of one of the matches that's on playing before we get another stage match set up. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.